Hi, today we're doing some training on Art Vista 5th grade set D, which is clay houses. So for this project, you're going to want to make sure you have several helpers to come, and it's a bit of a messy project, and it's good to have several people that can help you with the setup and the cleanup. So at least 3 helpers I recommend. Also, before you do this project, there's a couple things that you have to do to prepare. One of them is to tell the secretary in the front office that you're going to be doing clay and what day and what time and what your teacher's name is. And they'll make sure that 3 6-foot tables are set up out in front of the Art Vista closet in front of the mural. That's where the kids will stand around the 3 tables and do the clay project. So the other thing that you have to do to prepare is you have to cut the clay. So if you look here, you'll see a big block of clay, and these are available in the clay area in the Art Vista closet. So cutting the clay should be done the morning of the project, or you can do it the day before. And this is what the clay cutter looks like. You unwrap the clay and push this clay cutter through, and it makes 24 slices of clay. Those slices each need to be individually wrapped with saran wrap that's also available near the cutter and the clay. So you end up with a stack like this of individually wrapped slices of clay. For the houses, usually the kids, we start them with 1 slice, but they generally need more. So you're going to cut 2 blocks of clay, which will give you approximately 50 slices. So give each kid 1 slice. So let's say these are the clay tables. You just put them out at each place. The kid walks up, and then in the middle of the table you can have some extra wrapped slices of clay that they can grab as they need. We usually recommend no more than 2 slices of clay per house. 1.5 usually is enough. Otherwise you end up with big huge mansions, and they're very difficult to put into the kiln if they're too big. So if you look at these samples that we have here of clay houses, these are the average sizes. Some are smaller, some are a little bit bigger, but in general these are the sizes of houses. So when you get the kids out, you can either talk to them in the classroom before you come out to the clay tables, or you can describe to them at the clay tables how they're going to create their houses. Generally, there's 2 kinds of houses. One of them will have 4 walls and a roof, and it can or doesn't have to have a floor. Some have floors, some don't. They just build the 4 walls and put the roof on. Generally, you have to have some kind of windows or doors, because if this was enclosed and there was no windows or doors and there was an air pocket inside this clay, it would explode in the kiln. So you have to make sure that there's some kind of release for the air. Another kind of house are these round houses. They're kind of called like elf houses. This is generally the 2 different types of houses that we recommend the kids make. And I can show you just quickly with these sample slabs. For the houses with 4 walls, we do have some templates. So in addition to the clay tools that you can put in down the middle of the table for the children to use, we have a blue folder here that has just square and rectangle templates cut out. So the kid can take this piece of this little template, and they can cut out the different walls. There's also pieces that work for the ends, so they can take this. They would need 2 of these and 2 of these to create a house, and you can see they can cut these right out of their slab. In this case, they would need another slab to do some more. So the templates are available. Like I said, I put them in the middle of the table. If the kids want to use them, they can, or they can just cut out the walls to their imagination and make sure they are appropriate size, all about the same size, 4 walls, and then just add the roof onto the 4 walls with some slab. So the most important thing when you're building the house is that when 2 edges meet, so if these were 2 walls, the kids have to do slip and score. Scoring means that you roughen up the 2 areas. So you You just make lines in it, in that area, and then the connecting area as well. And then slip has to be applied. This is a bottle of slip, and it's basically clay mixed with water. You put the slip into some yogurt cups, put them down the middle of the table so the kids have access to this. Really just 2 cups per table, so 6 of these is enough for a session. So the kid dips their finger into this clay water mixture and puts it in the area that's going to be connected, that they've done the roughing up, and put it together. But that's not enough. They still have to get their fingers and work it together so it looks, you know, nice and solid and round. You don't want the seams to show. They have to work it a little bit to make them stay together. So in addition to the square house, for the elf house, I just have the kids cut their slice of clay to be as tall as they're going to want it to be, and then they simply roll it. So they only have to join the seam at one place. So you have this round house, and then they can take another piece of clay and put it on top of it as the roof. They can have a floor as long as they have some kind of door or window, so that they don't have one solid kind of air pocket in the middle, because that's dangerous in the kiln. So those are the 2 houses that we recommend that they make. When the child is done, they can go wash their hands. I usually have the docents or the helpers do this, pick up the house and take one of the sticks that they use to cut out the clay and put the child's name on the bottom. And it's good if they can put the classroom number, so H4 or D2 or A5, whatever classroom number. So the child's name and the classroom number. That way, when we're putting these into the kiln, if there's 2 classes in at the same time, we know which houses belong to which class.
It's also good to put the year on.
Oh yeah, thank you. So it's very nice to put the year so that the parents can remember when their child made this piece of art. So those are the main points for clay, and good luck with it.